Hello guys, welcome to the Train Parrot. Today I thought it will be really beneficial if, apart from being super happy on a Sunday, waking up to these green colors on my screen, which is amazing, also to have a look at some of the indicators and discuss with you what I think the price might do in the next hours, in the next days, in the next week. So let's quickly go through different indicators that I normally use to do my analysis, starting with the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands, as you can see, it has triggered yesterday at 6 a.m. I'm on GMT time zone, so in London, and it's triggered green, which I was, it's been triggering green and red every day going sideways, but it seems like it's time to go up now, and it's marking a very strong uptrend. As you can see, it's very far away from the top band, which is strong uptrend. And on the CPR, which is the video that I recently released, I hope you guys are getting familiar with this indicator because it's very useful. If not, have a look at the video. They're gonna leave a link on the top on the screen right now. On Thursday, on the 11th, we had a very narrow band, and as I was explaining to you guys, when you see a narrow band, what you should expect some strong violent move right after. It could be throughout the same day or maybe in the next days, and this was a tricky one. Actually, I didn't trade it, not because I didn't want to. It could have been for me a bull trap, but actually this thing went down, so the price was below the narrow CPR, which I mentioned as well, that when that happens, it's a signal to sell. It's a bearish signal. I didn't trade it. I wasn't around in the computer, so I kind of missed this signal. I didn't trade it, but it went down and it did a reversal. It catch this strong support here that I have from before, and it went back up and it crossed the CPR, the narrow CPR, and it started an uptrend. So as you can see now, the price is bouncing each of the stairs, and it keeps going higher. And so the CPR ideally should have been traded as a buy. But when do we trade it as a buy? When we see that the price crosses upwards, pretty much starting the next day. Ideally, if it crosses the narrow CPR and it crosses it up, that's a very bullish signal to buy, but it did it the day after. So around here, I should have placed my buy and then benefit from each of the stairs. Hopefully that's quite a bunch of more days going up straight away, but let's see in the next indicators if that's actually possible. So now we are looking at the MFI here at the bottom of the chart, and that's not necessarily the best signal that we're seeing now. We're seeing a couple of wide red bars, which normally indicates a slowdown, so which is kind of consistent with this wide CPR here, which indicates we're gonna go sideways. So this CPR is saying we will be going in the next 2 days probably sideways before we carry on going up, or maybe we bounce back, we don't know, but there's gonna be sideways, and that's consistent with the MFI here, right here. So let's go to the next indicator. So here we have the RSI and the MACD, which I tend to use together. And let me switch to the 1 hour so we get some more meaningful information. As you can see on the 1 hour, it's pretty oversold, the RSI, so you should expect some sort of maybe a bounce like this, something like that, and then right after, if we are a little bit positive, hoping to keep going up, because that's the expectation for overall for December among most of the influencers on YouTube. So next indicator that I use a lot is super Guppy. I have mentioned in other videos. It's a collection of EMAs that are all stuck, loads of slow and fast EMAs all together, stuck together. And you can see that on the 13th, starting today, we got a signal to buy. I actually got it on my email. So it's basically saying that officially for Super Guppy we are on an uptrend now. We've been for quite many days on Super Guppy on the red, indicating a sell, and hopefully we are done with that and we can now carry on going up. That which is consistent with the super trend MTF heat map, which is actually signaling green for all the time frames. Hasn't done that since the 4th of December and previously beginning of December. So that's quite bullish actually. What else do we have? We have the super trend, the actual super trend indicator, which I have it set up for 4 hour. It also signaled buy. So we are getting loads of technical indicators telling us at the same time that we are bullish, which is great, but don't ever expect a straight line, an endless straight line. Of course, on Bitcoin, and things are usually shaky as it can be, is known for that, Bitcoin, so that's expected. Let's look at the last thing I normally use for my trading, which is the order book heat map. I'm using here the one from tensorcharts.com. It's pretty useful because it's got a lot of control on what you want to see. You can see the minimum volume, so you can filter out everything that is not substantial. It won't have major impact on how the price move, and also the opacity to keep your chart clean whenever you want. You can change the colors. Everything is very, very cool. And in this one, you can see that the dark clouds that we are seeing are mostly accumulating from 19.6 thousand and all the way to 2020. So if Bitcoin now that's getting oversold on the RSI is going to have a tough time to really cross this trade. So as I was saying, don't expect this line to carry on the same angle, with the same momentum to cross straight the 20 to the 2020. It's going to probably hit one of these sell orders, big sell orders with big volume, hit back down, and then retry. And we are gonna need some, maybe possibly some good news or something influencing it substantially, so we get loads of people with enough strength or buying power to buy out all these sells, because these are sells from people that are actually negative, that they are pessimist on what's going to happen, and they are thinking, I'm going to take profit here. It's not going to go beyond the 2020. That's kind of the argument that you can read from this chart. So it's going to take some time. Let's see during the week if this positive momentum we are seeing is going to be able to actually crash through all these dark clouds and keep going up. Definitely it's going to happen in the next months. I will take almost for granted that this is extremely high likely, because it's very bullish on the long term. But in the next week, it's gonna be one battle, which not necessarily is gonna win the war, but let's keep an eye on what's going on this. Regardless of that, I'm keeping on my bots running. I'm not planning to disable any of the bots. I'm trading recently. I changed the bots to trade with stop losses. So I'm using the 25% default stop loss, and I've been using that for a long time on the paper trading account. And whenever I see that the Bitcoin goes down substantially, it takes a hit, but it recovers very quickly, as you can see here in this example. So this was above 9,000 and it went back down to 3,000, but then in a few days went back to 9,000 again. It takes advantage of, it sells out, yeah, it hits the stop losses, but then it recovers and it goes beyond, as you can see. So that's kind of giving me confidence to keep them running. The only thing I'm doing is using one of these indicators. I can show you very shortly this, because this one is paid. I'm not going to show everything, but this one, I have it with an alert, and the alert is telling the bots, some of the bots, to stop. And because this trading indicator is separate between BTC and alts coins, it can help you to basically have separate signals, separate alert indicators to tell you to stop your bots that are trading BTC versus stopping all the other bots. So whichever triggers red here, on the TBT forecaster, then I'm just gonna stop the groups of bots that are relevant to the indicator. So yes, guys, so it's looking good overall, BTC for the week. I'm just a little bit concerned on that RSI. Concerned in the short term, I will say. So I wouldn't buy here. I will wait for that RSI to kind of go back, and then maybe buy the dip and then keep going up. And also the MTFI that was also giving some concerns here with these 2 bars, but apart from that, all the rest of the indicators and technical analysis is looking pretty great. So that's awesome. Thank you, guys. I hope you like this new type of updates on Bitcoin, which I'm considering to include as part of the videos I'm publishing in the channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more updates like this with summaries of technical indicators around Bitcoin. How am I trading Bitcoin myself? And yeah, it's good to have you here. Please like the video and select the notification bell. And the best thing to help this channel is always to leave a comment. Just leave me any comment, start any conversation on the YouTube video, and this channel is gonna grow like crazy only thanks to you. So thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good week, enjoy these holidays, and see you in the next video. Bye.